Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to second PU Computer Science online classes. Now, in today concept we are going to learn the next very important chapter, chapter 14, and name of the chapter SQL commands. Why? Because in last class we know that some important concept in our database concept, and in our database concept I want to create the table. We know that by using the table we are going to enter all those information, but how it possible to enter all those information? Why? Because by using the language is called as the SQL, that is called as the full form of the SQL is the structured query language. Okay, so now today we are going to learn about the new chapter. The name of the chapter we know that I already said the name SQL, structured query language commands. Now let's start from the introduction. The introduction we know that, but because in introduction first of all I am going to start from the SQL only. SQL full form is the structured query language, and which helps to make the practice on SQL commands which provides immediate result. That means maybe I want some of the result are I want to create the table, I want to insert some data into the table, I want to delete record from the table, or maybe I want to make some modification, that is called as the updation in table kya, or maybe finally I want to drop the table, that means delete the entire table. So all those operation we can perform by using the SQL commands. So whatever the command you are using, maybe the command like create command, update command, delete command, so whatever the command, many commands are there in our SQL. So if you are using such command which providing immediate result, okay kya? So just only I started with the word, the full form of the SQL, structured query language, and helps to make the practice on SQL commands. And if you are using any SQL command of the SQL language which provides immediate result here. Now still we know that some point about our SQL, correct now? So SQL is a language of the database. So why we using such SQL language? Why? Because we know that the SQL is the structured query language and it is the language of the database, and we know the meaning of the database. A database is a logically related data, that means the collection of logically related data here, and we are going to create the data, we are going to enter the data one after the another, and after entering of the data we are going to access the data, manage the data, and also call as updation of the data here. So maybe I said here the SQL is a language of the database. When you are going to create any database, we need to use one language. The language is called as the SQL, structured query language. That means we can say that by using the language it possible to make the creation of the table, or it includes the creation of the table here, or maybe the deletion of the table, and also we can perform some other operation. The operations are called as the fetching the rows. Now what do you mean by a fetching of the rows in this case? FETCHING, the fetching of the rows. The meaning of fetching is accessing of the rows. I want to access some information from the database, whatever the information we added by using the language is the SQL. I want to, after entering the data, I want to access some record from the database, that is called as the fetching of the records here. Okay, the fetching of the records and also finally modifying the records, etc. So again we can say that the meaning of the SQL, structured query language, and it is a language of the database. That means by using such language we can create the database. You know the meaning of the database here. So by using the language we can perform some other operations, or it includes the creation, deletion, fetching, that is called as the accessing of the records here, and also modification or modifying the records, etc. So many operations we can perform by using the language. The language is the SQL, structured query language. And after knowing some point about our SQL, let's the next thing about our SQL, the next thing I am going to explain here, the SQL language classification. So we know that why, because SQL, the structured query language are classified into two groups. Okay, the groups are called as, the one is the DDL and second one is called as the DML. So what's the full form of the DDL? The full form of the DDL is the data definition language here, and the DML full form is called as the data manipulation language. Why? Because the SQL classification classified. So the command can be classified into groups based on their nature. Why? Because some command going to join with our DDL and some command will come to our DML here. So what are the command joined with our DDL? Why? Because some of the commands are, one is the create command. Clear this point here. Create the table. So such one is going to write, or such one is come with our DDL. Okay, and also the drop table. If you don't want, if you want to delete the entire table, that means such command also join with our DDL. And later view of the table and also the index by using some of the keys. Okay, so index means by using some of the keys here, the view of the table after entering the data in table or in database. Here we are going to view the table here. So this is called as the view of the table. So we can say that we know that the SQL command are classified into groups. So the groups are, one is the DDL, second one is the DML. So the DDL full form is the data definition language, and the DML full form is the data manipulation language. Now some command joined with our DDL. The first command we can say, it is one simple example, the create command we can use for DDL, the drop command also, and later next one the view command. That means just we are going to view the table here, and also the index joined with our DDL. And the sum command, why? Because the DML contains some other commands like select. Okay, well, maybe in table many information is there, but I don't want to select all those information, just only a particular or a specific information, or the appropriate whatever the information I need, I want to select this information. So the DML contain or it holds some of the commands like our select from, where, group by, having, order by. Okay, later words you came to know what about this one. Why? Because now I am not going to tell each and everything here, just only I am going to read whatever I written here. So the select command joined with our DML. Clear this point here. And not just only the select command, it also contains some other commands are, one is the insert into. That means when you are going to insert one new record into the table, into the database here, so the insert into, and the delete from. That means many records are there, maybe I want to delete the second record from the table. By using the command like our delete command, we can delete any record from the table here. And also update command going to join with the DML. That means to make some of the modification. Maybe if you want to make some changes in record, maybe any Karkala is there, instead of the Karkala you want to change to the Mangalore. So such one possible by using the command like our update command. Clear this point here. So we can say that this is called as the, and whatever is there here, classification of the SQL is called as the SQL language classification. Why? Because we know that the SQL classified into two groups. One is the DDL, second one is the DML. In our DDL, first one is the create command, maybe the drop command, view of a table joined with the DDL, and maybe the DML contains some of the commands like our select command. I want to select any information from the table, maybe insert into command. I want to insert some information into the table, maybe the delete from, that means I want to delete from information from the table here, and finally we can say that about update. So that is called as the SQL language classification. Clear this point here? Now after knowing why, because the SQL language classification, now let's some other information about our SQL. We know that the SQL is an ANSI standard language. Now what's the meaning of the, or what's the full form of the ANSI standard language? Why? Because we know that the SQL structured query language is an ANSI standard language. That means here American National Standards Institute. Clear this point here? The full form of the ANSI, American National Standards Institute. So it is a standard language. SQL is a American National Standards Institute standard language, and there are many different versions of the SQL languages are developed here. In SQL language there are many different versions are there. So later on let's see why, because about the version I am going to tell after that here what are the versions are there here, or maybe some example for the SQL versions. Okay, clear this point here? Now let's for our one more question. Maybe in case if they ask the question what is SQL, so how you are going to write here? So just only for the SQL we can say that we know that. Why? Because we are going to start from the full form only, the structured query language, and which is a D-based language. Now what's the full form of the D-based language? Why? Because we know that the D-based only called as the database language. Why? Because SQL is a language of the database. So the structured query language is a D-based language. The full form of the D-base is the database language. Clear this point here? Database language. And what's the uses of the SQL language? Why we using the SQL language? So such language, by using such language we can perform some operations or storing of the data in table. Correct? No? The storing and also manipulating. Now what's the meaning of the manipulation or the manipulating? That means performing some special skill by using the data, by performing some special operation, that is called as the manipulation. Clear this point? We can use such SQL language for the storing of the data, for the manipulation of the data, and after performing some operation, in case you want to retrieve the data from the database. Now what do you mean by a retrieving? The retrieving meaning is just only we are going to access the data from the database. Maybe you are going to consume the data from the database is called as the retrieving. Clear this point here? So such SQL language, uses of the SQL language, storing, manipulating, as well as finally we can say that our retrieving. Clear? The retrieving of the data in the database here. And we know that the SQL is a standard language. Correct? No, here it is a standard language for relational database management system here. So we can say that it is, we know that. Why? Because it is a ANSI standard language. So here we can use the one meaning, we can start from word. The SQL is a standard language for relational database management system. So what about the relational database management system? That means simple. In simple word we can say about our relational database management system is called as the table. Why? Because here some of the relation is there in between rows and columns. So consist the relationship between rows and columns. Because of this reason is called as the relational database management system. So this simple word that is called as the table here. So the all relational database management system software, like so some of the software for the relational database management system we can can say that MySQL, correct? No, MySQL here, maybe the Oracle, maybe the Sybase, Informix or SQL Server. Use the SQL language. Clear this point here. Use SQL language as a standard database language. Clear this point. All these are the, so in case, maybe in case if they ask some of the example for the relational database management system. Why? Because it is the software. Clear this point. It is the software. So some example for the software of the relational database management system are the MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, SQL Server. That means using the language is the SQL structured query language as a standard database language. So this is some point in our, or we can add some point to our introduction in SQL, that is the structured query language. And after knowing, why? Because I already said here the SQL language containing some different kind of the versions, or there are different version of the SQL languages are developed. Now we are going to learn something about the version of the SQL language here, or we can say that there are different dialects. Clear this point here. There are different dialects, okay, here. So some of the dialects for the SQL language we can say about the first thing we can say our MS SQL server, okay. The first one about our MS SQL server using the version. So which version is going to use? So MS SQL server using the version is the TSQL. Clear this point here. So what's the full form of the TSQL? The TSQL full form is the Turbo SQL, TURBO, Turbo SQL. And as well as we can say that this second thing, why? Because we can say about the second software, I am going to use the software is the Oracle, and the Oracle using PLSQL. Now what's the full form of the PLSQL? The full form of the PLSQL is the Procedural Language Structured Query Language. So PL, Procedural Language Structured Query Language here. And the third software we can say that this software is the MS Access. Clear this point here. The MS Access software using some of the software. This software is called as the Jet SQL. Clear this point here. The Jet SQL going to use. So we can say that, why? Because there are different version of the SQL language are developed. So we can use some example. The different version or the dialects of the SQL are the MS SQL server using the version is the TSQL. Full form of the TSQL is the Turbo SQL. And later next one is about the second thing, Oracle. The Oracle using, that is called as the PLSQL. The PLSQL is called as the Procedural Language Structured Query Language, and the MS Access version of the SQL called as our Jet SQL. Clear this point here. Now let's some of the features. So what are the functions, or by using such language, what are the functions we can perform? We are going to learn the next concept here. So some of the features of the SQL language we can say that here. So allow the users to access, okay, maybe to access the data in relational database management system. That means here after entering the data, anytime the end user or any user can access the data from the database here. So we can say that the first feature of the SQL language, the first thing is the allowing the user to access the data in relational database management system. Why? Because we know that the relational database management system is called as the table here. And the second feature we can say about the allow the user to describe the database, to describe the data. That means what are the data are there in our database, the relationship between the data here. So each and every point comes in case of the features here. And later the third point we can say that it allowing the users to define the data in the database. That means what are the data we are going to store here. here, and what's the data we store is using for the manipulation of that data. So we can say that the first thing about our, that means describing the data, and also the describe of the data means here what are the data is there in our database and the relationship between the data. And the third feature we can say about our allow the user to define the data in the database. The definition means whether all data entered or not, or which type of data is there in our database, and also doing some of the operation by using such a data, that is called as the manipulation of that data. And also by using the SQL, allowing the user embedding within other languages. That means not just only by using the language SQL, also by using the other language also, the one language enclosed within another language, that is called as the embedding within other language. So how it possible? Why? Because to perform, to write, to create the database, so we can perform, we can use by using one language with another language here, by using some of the SQL modules, or maybe by using some of the libraries and also the pre-compilers. Clear this point here? Pre-compilers. By using all those we can use one language within another language. It also the features of the SQL, and also by using our SQL language, it allowing the user to create the database, to drop the database, that is called as the table. That means when you want to create any table, if you don't want, if you can delete the table, that is called as the dropping of the table in our SQL language. And later it also possible, it allowing the users to create the views. After creating the table, in case you want to view the table, you can view such a table by using the command like our view command. Clear this point? The view command here. And also we can say that some of the stored procedure and functions also, it allowing the user to perform some of the create view command here, or we can store some of the information in our SQL, and also performing some of the function in our data of the database. And finally we can say that it also allow the users, why? Because to use some of the set permission on table. Why? Because some of the permissions are there, and such permission is available to the users. Maybe the grant permission, that means granting the user to access the data. Maybe the revoke permission, that means here just take back the permission whatever the granted to the user. So some of the permission is there, that means it allowing the user to set permission on table here, to set permission on the stored procedure as well as the views. So all are the features of the SQL. So we can say that, why? Because we already started in our some of the dialects or the SQL language using some of the features or the version of the SQL language. So the first thing, MS SQL Server using the TSQL, that is called as the Turbo SQL, and the Oracle using PL SQL, procedural language, structured query language. And the third point we can say about our MS Access using the SQL, that is called as the Jet SQL. Now what are the features we can perform by using the language like our SQL? That means we can say the allowing the users to describe the data, allowing the user to access the data from table, that is called as the relational database management system, and also allow the user to define the data in the database, and also performing some of the operation, that is called as the manipulation of the data. And also by using SQL language we can use some other language, that is called as the embedding within other language. So how it possible to embed, to add within another language here, by using some of the SQL modules, otherwise pre-compilers and also the libraries. By using all those we can use one language within another language, and by using SQL command we can create the table, we can drop the table here, and also using some of the set permission on the tables we can view the table, and we can store the procedures. Okay, here whatever the information you want to store in database, that that is called as the stored procedure. And finally we can say about our the functions. So any type of function we can perform in our database, so that is called as the some dialects or the feature of the SQL. And after completing some of the features or the dialects, or that is called as the version of the SQL. Now the next thing about our SQL history, clear this point here, the SQL history structured query language. So in the year 1970, the Dr. E.F. Coates Dr. E.F. Coates of IBM. Why? Because the Coates IBM is also known as the father of relational database. Who developed the relational? Why? Because I already explained there are three models are there. The first model name is the hierarchical model, second one is the network model, and the third one is called as the relational model. And such relational model was developed by E.F. Coates in the year 1970. So we can say that the Dr. E.F. Coates of IBM, also known as the father of relational databases, he described some of the relational model for the databases. Why? Because we know that we already explained about the concept of the relational model. Why? Because here whatever in our hierarchical model, in our network model, the record going to connect by using the links, by using the pointers, but in our relational model, whatever the data going to enter by using the tables. Clear this point? By using the table, and there is a relation is there in table, such relation going to create by using or by creating the rows and the columns here. So we can say that he described, that means E.F. Coates described the relational model for the databases in the year 1970. And in year 1974, SQL introduced, that is called as the SQL language, that means the structured query language introduced or the appeared in the year 1974. And in the year 1978, clear this one? So in the year 1978, we can say that the IBM worked to develop the Coates idea. Okay, he started by using the Coates idea. So what's the idea of the Coates here? So some of the idea, that means I already said in our hierarchical and network, maybe if any record you want to make some connection, such connection is possible or through by using the links, correct? No, by using the links. But our Coates idea, he created the table, and whatever the data is there, he going to enter by using the table only, and he created the relationship in table by using the rows and the columns, here. And maybe if any link you want to create from one table to the another table, such link is possible by using the common attribute of the table. That means such columns should be we need in our first table as well as in the second table by using the common attribute in the table, and not by using any physical links or the pointers. So this is the idea of the Coates in this case. So we can say that in our 1978, the IBM worked to develop the Coates ideas and released a product name, and such product software name is called as the System R. Clear this point here? That means released after developing after using the Coates ideas. Laterwards in the year 1978, they developed one software, or we can say that they developed a relational software in this case here, or a product name software. This software is called as the System R. Clear this point? And later lastly, we can say that in the year 1986 here. Why? Because we know that we already completed what happened in year 1970, in the year 1974, and also in year 1978 here, and later next one, let's the last year, that is called as the 1986 here. So we can say that the IBM developed the first prototype. So what about the prototype? Why? Because the meaning of the prototype is the first declaration of the relational databases. Okay, he introduced the first relational databases, and such databases are standardized by ANSI. What's the full form of the ANSI? After developing the relational, the first declaration of the relational databases, such databases standardized by an ANSI. The full form of the ANSI is the American National Standards Institute. Okay, kya? So we can say the first prototype of the relational databases was released by relational software. Was released by the relational software, and such relational software later words it becoming the Oracle only. Clear this point here? So this is about some of the history of the SQL. So what are the history or some of the point we can say in our history of the SQL? 1970. Why? Because the father of relational databases, he described the relational model for the databases. Why? Because E.F. Codd is called as the father of the relational model. And in the year 1974 the SQL language appeared. Okay, introduced in the year 1978 by using the Codd idea. They developed one product software, and such product software is called as the System R. And later in year 1986 the first prototype of the relational databases, and after appearing the first relational databases, such databases software standardized by ANSI, American National Standard Institute. Okay, kya? Institute. So the first relational databases, and later such databases is called as the Oracle. So this is about our SQL history. And after completing the SQL history, let's the next thing about our SQL architecture. Why? Because in our SQL architecture, the first thing about our SQL query, the second thing about our query language processor, and the third one DBMS engine, and the last one is the physical database. And in our query language processor, in front of it parser plus optimizer, and the DBMS engine file manager plus transaction manager. And this diagram is about SQL architecture with the different layers. So before going to tell or before going to explain about our SQL architecture, let's see some important point in our SQL architecture. So when you are going to execute any SQL command, so what are the command are there in our SQL language? Maybe the command are create command, that means when you are going to create any table, maybe insert into command, maybe in case you want to insert some new record, one new record into the table, or maybe the delete command, maybe whatever the record we entered, we created in table, I want to delete such a record, so that is possible by using delete command here. Or maybe the update command, that means making some of the changes, so by using update command, or maybe the drop command. So when you are going to execute all those command for the relational database management system, so what about the relational database management system? Why? Because such relational database management system only called as, or in simple word, the relational database management system is called as the table. Correct? No? So where we using all those command by using the relational database management system, we using in our table. That means this system determines the best way to carry out your request. So whatever the request you provided, okay, here you given to our SQL here to the SQL language, all those request is in best way they are going to carry out your request in this case here. And also the SQL engine. Clear this point here? So maybe you want to create a table, that means your request is creation of the table. Maybe you want to delete some information from the table, your request is delete some record from the table here. So whatever the request you are giving to our SQL language, all those requests in a best way they want to carry out here. That means they want to interpret all those tasks in a correct manner. Clear this point here? So this is the main or most important thing in our SQL architecture or in our SQL language here. So what are the command? That means in case you want to make in case you want to execute all those command or you want to carry out your request in a correct manner, means we need to follow some of the components in a proper manner. So there are various components are included in the processors, correct? No, why? Because whatever the work we provided to our SQL, we need the correct result, we need the correct correct information here. So that means in case you want the correct information, correct result, means we need to use some of the components. So we can say that there are various components are included in the processors. So what are the components are there? That means the components are the query dispatcher. That means here the query, the meaning of the query means here some of the command is that maybe in case you want the one example for the query, see, select column 1, column 2, column 3. Maybe some columns are there in table employees, okay, the columns are you need to write, but it is just only the query. I am using one example. I want to select some of the column from the employee table. So how I am going to write the query here? So I am writing the select column 1, column 2, column 3. Why? Because here I used column 1. In this case I am writing the name of the column. Clear this point here? So the select ID, name, age from employees. Clear this point here? So this is one example of the query language. Clear? So we can say that we need to use some of the components are, first one is the query dispatcher, okay, here the language we need to make the dispatching in this case here. So the query dispatcher and also the optimization engine we need in this case, it is the component of the SQL architecture, and with that we need some of the classic query engine and the SQL query engine. So all those components we need just to get one correct result here, to that means the system determined to carry out the best request to you here. So we need some of the components. So maybe the components we need in this case, first one is the query dispatcher, the second one is about our optimization engine, and the third point we can say about the classic query engine or the SQL query engine. So we can say that in our the classic query engine handles all the non-SQL queries. Clear this point here? The classic query engine handling everything of the SQL language. Maybe any command it going to handle the non-SQL queries here, but also the finally the SQL query language won't handle the logical files. So, well, because we know that some of the components we need to use in our SQL architecture, the components are query dispatcher or optimization engine or a classic query engine as well as the SQL query engine. We know that why? Because the classic query engine here handle all non-SQL queries. That means maybe any kind of the queries they are going to handle our classic query engine, but finally we can say that the SQL queries, that means the one is the classic query engine, second one is the SQL query engine. The classic query engine handling all non-SQL query, but the SQL query engine won't handle the files. Clear this point here? Maybe if any information, if they want to create any files, it's not going to handle all those files which query our SQL query engine. Thank you.